A man of all seasons. Disclaimer. Warning. We're about to dive into my mind. But because I'm used to it, I fairly know how to swim. But for the rest of you, I suggest you get a safety jacket because it's about to go down. So when I was a kid, all I wanted to be was the best. And every single time it seemed as if I was about to become the best, something drastic would happen. Like, I don't know. It's like some force that was stopping me from becoming the best. So I decided I'm going to change my course and try to be a unique individual. Tonight I'm going to share my life in 4 seasons of life: springtime, summer, autumn, and winter. Each season signifies a part of my life. So let's do this. Springtime. Springtime refers to the season of rebirth, rejuvenation, renewal, resurrection, regrowth. Not like realize, but if you get what I mean. See, I was coming from a place of brokenness. See, I was looking for answers, then writing came along. But see, when I met performance poetry or poetry performance or whatever you think that is, it changed. I fell in love with the microphone for obvious reasons because, yeah, microphone is cool, it makes my voice, my voice is nice, isn't it? It made me who I am, Isaac Yamie. Boy meets art. A microphone.
A microphone is like a throne. For a minute, it feels like you're ruling a kingdom of thoughts, subjected to you at that particular moment. Whenever I see a microphone, not only do I see a stage, but I see an opportunity, not only to share, but to shine. Sometimes I feel like that's where burdens are lifted. Sometimes I'm just plain selfish, just wanting to speak. But yet again, I'm reminded of the revocations of speech, how there is freedom of speech, which is likely not to exist after the speech. Whenever I see a microphone, I get excited about reach. To reach out, to reach in people's hearts. Not only will I speak, but I'll be heard. See, I think a microphone is like my therapist, always waiting for me to speak, always listens, but never judges. But although I feel like me and my therapist, the microphone, we forgot to do one important thing, like sign a non-disclosure agreement. See, she allows us to share our sessions in front of people. But yet again, I'm reminded that her office is actually the stage.
Summer. Summer is the hottest season. Man, Cyprus is hot. But what I like about summer is it signifies freedom, self-acceptance, identity. Wait a minute. I'm so rude, am I? I haven't even introduced myself. I go by the name Isaac Yamie and I am amazing. Plus, I am a spoken word artist. Question: quick one. When do kids start to care about other people's opinions? I like thinking a lot, by the way, so this is my own reflection. So I decided to start wearing my confidence like it's the latest fashion and rejected to wear other people's insecurities.
The greatest mistake I ever made whilst growing up was always apologizing for who I am. Maybe I'm too this, maybe I'm too that. See, that made me compromise myself so that the people around me would feel comfortable. But I wasn't. See, I allowed their opinions to overshadow who I am. But face it, if you're intimidated by me, that's your own problem. They thought I couldn't make it. They thought they had all the keys and locks to life. But what they didn't know is, I am a friend to a locksmith. It's basically your life. So you decide to be affected or to be effective. When positivity seems kind of rare, when negativity seems like it's everywhere, you need to start embracing it. See, life is like a bag of mixed emotions. Life is about ups and downs. But when you start writing your name on things that matter, taking new leaps in the journey of life, leaving footprints that will forever be remembered, that is what matters. Because all you have is your own identity. And your own identity is like your own handwriting. Sometimes it's only you who understands it. And that's good enough. Forget about what everybody else thinks. You are your own definition. And it's true what they say. What a man thinketh, so is he. Hashtag love yourself.
Autumn. Autumn signifies adulthood, and I describe this season in two phases. Autumn. So the best way to describe autumn to me is love. How many of you have been in love before? Okay, let's digress a bit. Phobia. A phobia is a clinical condition where someone is not so favored to be in a certain predicament or condition, so they try as much as hard to avoid that. People are allergic to so many things. Spiders, snakes. But then, have you ever wondered what happens to those people who are allergic to something that's different, like love? What if love makes you sick? Like really sick? They call those people philophobic. I am philophobic. You know when they ask if you're good in athletics when you're in PE class? I'm like, does running away from love as fast as I can count? Being philophobic.
Good conversations start with good questions. Man, I keep on bumping into you. Do you think it's a sign? See, I don't have strength to stay away from you any longer. I don't want to sound like a total creep, but I haven't gotten the perfect chance to say hi properly. Every man praises you. Sometimes you find stuff that you're not looking for. But the truth of the matter is, I hate the concept of needing someone to be happy. Someone to complete me like there's something wrong with me. Waiting for that day they want to get rid of me. One day I'm all they ever wanted. The next day I'm no longer good enough. Before you all accuse me of being insecure, this is far from it. Why am I supposed to feel? I, for one, I am a guy who doesn't like his emotions to be amplified. I want to be responsible for my only happiness. I want to be happy because I am happy. I want to be sad because I am sad. I don't want anybody determining my mood. See, happiness is not the person you date or in a relationship, but happiness is a person, thing. Amen. Hashtag, love yourself first and see what happens.
Okay, I have the fastest record when it comes to running away from love. Best believe Usain Bolt actually knows this. Like, I don't even need to try and say hi to that girl who looks like my type. That's how fast I am. But like any other race, I'm good, but this time it was different. Let's say when I vibe with a girl, before anything happens, I just hear a Donald Trump voice in my head that tells me I need to stop building a wall and we're gonna make the girl pay for it. Please don't ask me how I make girls pay for the wall. But seriously though, what does love look like? Have you ever met someone who's exactly like you? That flip is dangerous. Miss Mysterious.
It definitely looked like the death of a bachelor because there was so much evidence of it being a murder scene written all over it. I guess I'm not that of a cat because I am that cat that just survived his own curiosity. Or maybe I did die and resurrected. You know what they say about cats having 9 lives, they say. Miss Mysterious, getting to know you felt like it was a quest and an adventure. Dangerous yet exciting, this roller coaster, this vertical experience was interesting and fun. See, every single time I was with you, felt like I was walking in a minefield, not sure when the next boom was going to happen. I guess things come to an end, right? They say ignorance is bliss, but there was nothing bliss about me not knowing how I felt about you. See, to me, love is quite complicated. It's like walking in the shadow of the valley of death, and I fear a lot. And I couldn't stop contemplating if this could have been the end of me. To a point whereby I was so stuck up trying to stop the poet in me from serenading you because I didn't want you to fall in love with me. Because I wasn't sure if I could handle that. To a point whereby I was so cautious about what I would say, like the next line, next rhyme. Trying to put myself in line first before I'm accused of being offside as I side with my dreams. I guess I just had to watch you go, although I knew I couldn't do anything about it. I guess with that mathematical equation that was never meant to be solved. But see, I guess I should just show a little bit of mannerism, like apologize. I want to apologize for not being Nick. At least your nick of time, as I failed to realize in the nick of time that, Miss, you were actually into me.
So we all claim to love winter in summer and vice versa. Let me move to a bio anecdote. Let's go to class for a little bit. Hypothermia. It is a medical emergency that occurs when your body loses heat faster than it can produce heat, causing a dangerous low blood body temperature. In this case, losing your summer, you're losing your freedom. Winter signifies a holistic life. You realize people are cold at times. People are just so rough at times. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Sometimes I kind of mess up trying to push myself towards perfection that I forget how good I am. Sometimes I smile even though I'm going through a war in my life. Sometimes I'm misunderstood, but I know exactly who I am. Sometimes I have a conversation with myself because I understand how I feel. Sometimes I do identify that, and I don't mind it's the devil's workshop, but I can't help but wonder in thoughts sometimes. Sometimes I actually forget that I'm actually a person that actually exists. Sometimes I feel like life is a competition. Sometimes I feel like I'm in some sort of league. Sometimes I'm trying to figure out if I'm a top flight team when I'm feeling invincible and everything is going right in my life. Sometimes I'm trying to figure out if I'm a middle table team when everything is just stagnant in my life. Sometimes I feel like I'm fighting relegation when nothing is going right in my life. Sometimes I feel like my game plan is too offensive, too aggressive, too assertive when it comes to grabbing opportunities in life. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm too defensive. Maybe I'm parking the bus of my emotions that I'm afraid to commit to life and live. Sometimes I don't have strategy. Sometimes I feel like I'm letting a lot of people down. Sometimes I feel like I'm not being sponsored enough. Sometimes this game of life, I feel like I just don't want to play no more. Sometimes I get lost in my thoughts. Sometimes it just gets too crazy. I just want it to stop. Sometimes I doubt myself. Sometimes I doubt myself, even though I know I have all the capabilities of accomplishing it. See, Myron Williamson once said, our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves questions: who am I to be amazing? Who am I to be beautiful? Who am I to be awesome? But I'm only human after all. I make tons and tons and tons of mistakes. But what are mistakes? Mistakes are just decisions that went wrong. They do not define me. See, sometimes you need to figure out what went right in your life instead of what went wrong. Because that way, you learn how to appreciate your life. See, there are two challenges in life, and there are two ways of facing them. Either you face them head on, or you run away. And I choose the first option. So may the game begin, and let us continue to play. Thank you, Yamie!
Have you ever met people who seem like they are pundits? Not football ones, but life pundits. People who think they know life. But okay, for this one, let me just allow the poem to do its job.
Look at you saying something negative about someone's dreams and ambitions. How dare you? Someone has trusted you enough to tell you their deepest dreams and ambitions. But wait, Isaac Yamie, what if they're unrealistic? See, that's where you get it wrong, because great things always seem impossible until they're done. Who knew we could fly one day? Imagine if the inventors of the airplane, the Wright brothers, listened to the negative stuff that surrounded them. The existence of the Guinness Book of World Records ridicules the whole entire concept of impossible. So is it you tell someone that they can't do something because you can't do it? Is it fair to use you as a measurement of capabilities in regards to other people's abilities? We're different. We're unique. Some people need more convincing to convince themselves that they can do something that they can already do. So your negative lines mixed with jealousy, not only are they annoying but irritating. What is it to you that you gain when you discourage someone? What is it to you that you lose when you encourage someone? See, it might be nothing, but picture this. What if someone actually makes it because you aided them, because you supported them? Be a reference to upliftment, see. doubt has killed so many dreams and failures ever done. So before you open your mouth to say something derogatory about someone's dreams and ambitions, think again. Because you might be killing the next Mark Zuckerberg, the next Bill Gates, the next Steve Jobs. Meaning that we wouldn't have Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft. That would have sucked. That sucks. But unfortunately stuff has already happened. People have been bullied out there. I for one, I am a victim. But see, I do not stand in front of you seeking for sympathy or pity. I'm here with good news to my other fellow countenances. Why don't we use these experiences as fuel to add passion and fire to our dreams? Never to stop thinking different because that is the right thing to do. But thinking like everyone else is wrong. But let us not prove them wrong. Let us prove ourselves right. I for one loves positive vibes hanging around me. But see, I do not seek validation or approval because I express, I do not impress. And to the bullies out there, mine in particular, man, piss off. So you think there's some sort of dictionary that you can walk about defining people? No. And to everyone else, if you have nothing positive to say to someone, the least thing you could do is shut the hell up.
Okay, I finished 4 seasons, but then the recent global warming changes have changed so many things. So, yeah, climate change. So because of global warming, it gets you reflecting. I realized all these seasons were just men, like men with an E, like all of them were men. And all of these people were just me. I learned that I need to embrace all of them because from then I learned that life is all about appreciating seasons. So my very last piece taught me not to be worried. An ode to the worried, although I wrote it whilst I was worried. Okay, I finished 4 seasons, but then the recent global warming changes have changed so many things. So, yeah, climate change. So because of global warming, it gets you reflecting. I realized all these seasons were just men, like men with an E, like all of them were men. And all of these people were just me. I learned that I need to embrace all of them because from then I learned that life is all about appreciating seasons. So my very last piece taught me not to be worried. An ode to the worried, although I wrote it whilst I was worried.
After the darkest night, the sun still rises. Nothing lasts forever. The bad times and even the good times. Like the weather seasons, sometimes we have longer nights and shorter days. Longer days and shorter nights. But the truth of the matter is, time does fly. But when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're in trouble, when you're going through pain, it goes into slow motion. Or at least it feels that way. See, life is made up of time. And time defines what happens to us in a particular moment. Remember the game Truth and Dare. The future is a day. But see, sometimes we get too caught up thinking about the future that we forget to live in the present. It's quite easy to appreciate the struggle when it's past, when it's gone, but during the phase, during the journey, during the period, it's like a hard pill to swallow. It's quite art and genius, being able to recognize the bigger picture during the calamity. But see, sometimes things do not work out as planned in life. Robert Greene once said, life is inherently chaotic, that our tiny and tidy formulas sometimes do not work. But it's okay to be surprised with struggle, so that you'll be able to be surprised with achieving that you would have achieved when you've pushed yourself and when life has pushed you. After all, the same boiling water that hardens an egg softens a potato. So the supreme irony of life is, sometimes it allows the worst to bring out the best in you. So you might be down on the count, but it doesn't mean you are out. Hashtag, my name is Yamie, and I'm a spoken word artist. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening.